everybody, it's Miss Greta. I'm going to do my first video for you all today. It was such a nice day, I thought I would come outside to do it. Today, I'm going to read a book to you all called The Day the Trash Came Out to Play. Look at that pond. Look at that frog. Does he look happy? That frog does not look happy, does he? Let's read and see. The day the trash came out to play. There is a town called a wonderful place to stay. Except for one time, not long ago, the day the trash came out to play. Sutton Nash looks clean and tidy, doesn't it? Does that look like a town you would want to live in? It looks like a town I would want to live in. It looks neat and tidy to me. Sutton Nash was neat and tidy, with the cleanest streets of all. Each leaf was raked, each speck removed, as soon as it would fall. But then one cool and windy day, a boy walked down the street. His name was Robin, and in his hand a delicious, mouth-watering treat. Robin has some candy, doesn't he? Yes. Robin peeled the pretty paper that covered up the candy. He tossed the wrapper on the ground. Then it didn't look so dandy. For at that moment, something happened as quick as fire and a flash. When the paper hit the ground, it became a piece of trash. Oh no! When the paper hit the ground, it became litter, didn't it? Look, it's blowing in the wind. Robin laughed to see the wind blow the trash up in the air. Soon, he said, it will blow out of sight, so I really needn't care. It's gonna blow away and disappear? It's not going to disappear, is it? It has to go somewhere. Robin, think about is that it has to go somewhere. Look at that trash blowing in the breeze. That bird does not look too happy about that trash, does it? And then look where it landed. It landed in the frog pond. That pond is like that frog's home. I wouldn't want trash in my home either. Would you? I wouldn't want trash in my living room. Help, help, cried the little piece of trash. I don't want to be blowing free. And just as it was shouting this, it hit a bumblebee. I beg your pardon, said the wrapper, for getting in the way, but I'm at the whimsy of the wind, and it blows strong today. Before the wrapper could say farewell, another gust came down. It grabbed that worn old piece of paper and blew it all over town. Suddenly, from every garbage can, other trash came out to play. Because they saw someone else go first, they thought it was okay. But it's not okay, is it? Trash belongs in the containers, doesn't it? It doesn't belong on the ground, or in the water, or blowing in the air. Oh, goodness, look what happens next. Old newspapers, soda cans, egg cartons, and lint chip packets, broken tennis rackets, old springs and splints, bottles, a television, and a smelly old shoe with a hole in the sole where water could get through. Broken toys and junk mail, you can believe there was plenty of that. There was even a pair of worn-out gloves and a matching scruffy hat. All that trash wandering the streets. Sutton Nash doesn't look so neat and tidy now. A couple of kids saw what was happening. They couldn't believe their eyes. "Look over here," they shouted out to the people passing by. Robin's head got rather dizzy from all the blowing trash. He stood there in the dirty streets of filthy Sutton Nash. Someone asked, "How do we clean up in this cold and gusty weather?" Robin spoke up. He had made a plan. "We must work together." I bet Robin is wishing he didn't throw that wrapper on the ground now, huh? Now the streets are full of all kinds of trash. When everyone heard what Robin said, they gathered up the runaway trash, each piece, one by one. They collected all the trash. They're working together to clean it all up. Then they turned to Robin's wrapper that was blowing in the sky. They stood upon each other's shoulders, but still it blew too high. It's still blowing up in the wind. It's so high they can't reach it. What are they going to do? Then Robin used a fishing net he borrowed from a boy. It caught that tired piece of paper, and everyone cheered with joy. He threw the paper in the trash for all the town to see. "Thank goodness," said the candy wrapper. "This is where I want to be." Trash doesn't want to be out on the ground or blowing in the wind. The trash wants to be where it belongs, doesn't it? A good thing came from that windy day when the trash went on a caper. The town built a recycling center for bottles, cans, and paper. There is a town called Sutton Nash, a wonderful place to stay, except for one time, not long ago, the day the trash came out to play. The end. That was a good book, wasn't it? Okay. So I want you all to remember that even if it's just a small piece of paper or a tiny bit of litter, it's never, ever okay to litter. It's always harmful to something when we litter. So we need to make sure we're always putting our garbage where it belongs and putting our recycling where it belongs. With that being said, I have a little project I wanted to share with you all. If you're starting to get bored at home and looking for some arts and crafts to do, one thing you'll need is a container. I have a coffee can, but you can use any container. It doesn't matter. Any kind of old container. You want something, a mason jar would be good, or maybe some kinds of plastic jars that have thin lids, anything like that. Because what we can make out of these, or we can make our own homemade personalized piggy banks. So you're going to need a grown-up to help you cut a little slit in the lid. You'll need a grown-up for that. The little slit's going to be like a coin slot. You're going to need some safety scissors. And you're going to need some glue stick or Elmer's school glue. Any kind of glue will work just fine. And my little girl has already prepared our decorations for our piggy bank for us. We took some paper and we fit it right along the container, and then we cut off the bottom, the part that we didn't need. And as you see, she decorated it with pictures and colors, shapes, the way that she thought was best. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap that cut decorated paper. And my container was kind of big, so we needed 2 sheets of paper. We took 2 sheets of paper, cut them to fit, and then we glued them together. So you're just going to wrap that all the way around. And then you're going to use your glue. And we're going to glue one side down to the other. And you could use construction paper. You could even use old newspaper. If you have some paints around, you could paint it different colors. And look at that. I've glued it on the edge and pressed it down. And now we have a cool container for coins or odds and ends or knickknacks. Anything you want to use, any container. That's a good way to reuse an item so that it doesn't end up in the landfill. And also a fun way to make a cool, useful item using your creativity for fun arts and crafts time. Okay, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you all stay tuned. We'll be having more videos. Maybe we'll get to tell some more stories, and maybe we'll get to talk about other things that we can do that are good for our earth, okay? Stay safe and remember to wash your hands. Bye-bye.